Let's be real, affordable means different things to different people. But if you're wondering whether Rock Hill, South Carolina is still a place where your dollars stretch, you're in the right spot. I've got the facts. Hey y'all, I'm Jennifer Cornegie, your local real estate expert here in the Charlotte Metro, serving both North and South Carolina. Whether you're buying, selling, or just dreaming right now, this is the perfect place to start. From moving across the town to relocating across our country, I've got you covered. Check out the description below and feel free to go ahead and call, text, email, or even schedule your strategy session today because I cannot wait to hear from you. And if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Today, we're breaking down the real cost of living in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Not just what it looks like on paper, but what it really feels like when we're living here on the day-to-day. We'll talk about housing prices, all the way from entry-level homes to luxury listings. Then we're going to dive into monthly expenses like your utilities, your gas, and even how much you can expect to pay on your vehicle taxes. Whether you're relocating or just curious if Rock Hill is still affordable in 2025, I've got the numbers and local insight to help you make that decision. Let's start with what most people want to know first. How much does the house cost in Rock Hill, South Carolina right now? As of May 2025, homes range anywhere from a cozy 768 square foot fixer-upper at $75,000 all the way up to a luxury listing over $3.7 million with more than 5,000 square feet. But let's be real, those are the extremes. When we remove those outliers, the median house price in Rock Hill is sitting at about $365,000. That gets you a comfortable, modern home in a residential neighborhood, and in many cases, with a decent-sized yard. Speaking of space, homes in this price range often come with a lot size between 1/4 to 1/2 an acre, which is pretty generous compared to what you'd get closer to Charlotte or in more of your urban areas. So now that you've got an idea of what homes cost here, let's talk about what it actually costs to live in Rock Hill day to day, starting with utilities. The average monthly electric bill in Rock Hill is around $173. Now, that's based on typical usage and a rate of about 12 cents per kilowatt hour. If you're coming from a colder state, you might actually see a drop in heating cost here. Now, natural gas runs a bit higher than the national average at around $18 per 1,000 cubic feet. But for most homes, it's not a huge monthly expense unless you have gas, heat, or appliances. Now, water, sewer, trash, and internet, expect to spend about $53 for water and sewer, $23 for trash pickup, or you can utilize most often like hauling your own trash off, and about $70 for internet with unlimited data and decent speed. Altogether, a typical family in Rock Hill can expect to spend around $600 to $650 per month on utilities, and that is including everything bundled like power, gas, water, trash, and your internet. Compared to major metro areas or coastal cities, the cost of living in Rock Hill, South Carolina is refreshingly manageable. Let's shift gears, literally, and talk about what it costs to get around when you live in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Gas prices in Rock Hill are currently averaging $2.67 per gallon, which is actually a bit lower than the national average. So if you're commuting to Charlotte or just zipping around town, it's not going to break the bank. Now, if you're relocating from out of state, here's something you might have not dealt with before. South Carolina charges an annual vehicle property tax based on your car's value. In Rock Hill, that rate averages out to about 0.633%. So for example, with easy math, if your car is valued at $25,000, you'd pay around $158 a year. Not too bad and worth factoring into your yearly budget. Between lower than average gas prices and reasonable vehicle taxes, owning a car in Rock Hill won't crush your wallet, which is great because let's be honest, you're gonna want to have a vehicle when you live here in Rock Hill. So let's answer the big question. Is Rock Hill, South Carolina affordable? If you're comparing it to bigger cities like Charlotte, just across the border, or other booming areas around the country, Rock Hill holds its own when it comes to value. You've got homes starting around $75,000 and a median price around $365,000, with generous lot sizes and plenty of inventory. Monthly utilities average around $635 for a family of 3, which is manageable, especially with South Carolina's mild winters. Gas prices are lower than the national average, and while we do have vehicle property taxes, they're not outrageous, just something to budget for. Overall, Rock Hill is a great option for buyers who want a balance of affordability, space, and convenience. Whether you're relocating, downsizing, or buying your first home, Rock Hill could be a sweet spot on the map. And if you're thinking about making the move, I would love to be your local guide. If you're thinking about buying a home in Rock Hill or just want to know more about life here in the Carolinas, I would love to help. I'm Jennifer Cornegie with A1 Properties of the Carolinas, and whether you're ready to move or just exploring your options, I'm here to be your go-to resource. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if there's something specific you want to know about the greater Charlotte area.